So my number 2 is Spec Ops: The Line. Now I've been playing, I think, a near complete version, which is under embargo, so I won't talk too much about it. But there's a demo out, so I feel I can talk about it in fairly broad strokes. I'm really, really impressed with it so far. Yeah. I was kind of put off by the fact, you mentioned it ages ago when you played it, that they used the Gears font and some of the Gears styling on, like the Gears font for the HUD stuff and the objective stuff, which is just weird. And excuse me, then they used the like the Gears styling on the loading screens with like the sort of kind of torn screen with the blood. It's like it's almost a shame that they felt the need to do that, because I mean the game is essentially Gears in terms of how it plays at a sort of fundamental level, which is fine, but it has so much more interesting stuff to say for itself that it's a shame that they kind of felt somewhere along the line that they needed to kind of echo Gears that resonantly. What's far more interesting is, I mean, I don't know exactly what's in the demo, so I don't want to be too explicit, but the setting's brilliant. The kind of sandstorm destroyed Dubai is an inspired setting. It creates some amazing like set design moments, which almost have my jaw drop at times, and also some dynamics where the sand's actually part of the game. Like you can shoot windows at certain points and the sand will pour through and crush people.
But you can stitch yourself up doing that as well.
Yes. But it's not, it's more like specific moments and areas rather than completely dynamic. But I think that's probably for the best, because it allows them to kind of tell a directed story. And the stuff to do with the story is, I mean, okay, the dialogue's not amazing, but the premise and the kind of situations that you're put in are really compelling. And I just want to see what happens next. And that's rare for a game like that. Most of the time I don't even know who the hell I'm playing as, and I have no idea what's going on. But the thing that's driving me through in Spec Ops is, and I wish they'd just called it The Line. I think it should just be called The Line. I understand why it's called Spec Ops: The Line.
Well, The Line's a shite title. The Line?
Well, okay. Well, I don't know if it's that bad a title, but I don't want to say why.
It doesn't sound like an action game, The Line. I think if I saw that in a shop, I'd be like, The Line?
Yeah, I know, but the Spec Ops just makes it sound like generic and boring, which it's not.
Yeah.
It is generic in some ways because it is Gears, but it's probably the nicest Gears clone I've played so far in terms of how weighty it is as well.
Have you got to any of those bits where you have to make a sort of moral choice?
I do believe. I think that stuff's embargoed on the code I'm playing, so I don't want to be in a situation where I'm fucking anyone off. So I'll talk about those sort of things, but I think it's dropped by next week. So I'll talk about those more next week. But yeah, I'm really, really impressed with it so far.
Yeah,
and
really
there's some interesting stuff going on that I can go into more next week. That's a real dickhead thing to have to say, because that's really frustrating for everybody. But hopefully if you listen next week I can go into a bit more detail.
Genuine. Yeah, I mean, I played the opening hour or so, and I just, really, really, really impressed. I hope it does well, and I hope that it doesn't let itself down in the latter stages, but
yes, I
really want to see where they take the whole your character starting to go mental thing. Really can't wait to play that.
Very impressed and surprised.
Yeah, the same here. That's how I was. I'm really, really looking forward to the final thing.